This video is sponsored by KH Camera.
As you may or may not know, the focal length you choose for your photos makes a huge difference on how they look. So today I wanted to compare the most general focal lengths, which is 35, 50, and 85. But since we're shooting on crop sensor in Fujifilm, that's going to be the 23, the 33, and my 50 f1. We're going to be using all of Fujifilm's newest lenses and seeing how they compare with each other. I'll be shooting with the brand new XH2S, which is the hardest name to say. But I'll be using the new XH2S, seeing how that looks, and trying to match the photos as closely as possible. We'll be shooting in JPEG, so you're gonna see exactly how the photos look coming right off the camera. So let's go ahead and get into it.
The focal length you choose makes a huge difference in the look of your photo. And I see so many photographers just using whatever lens for whatever shot, but you have to think of the style of photo you're going for. This 23 here is great for lifestyle photos. As you can see, there's lots of context, the model is small in the shot, and it really brings everything in. Something like the 33 is great for closer up, but not all the way lifestyle. It's kind of a good middle ground, and it's great for close-ups as well. Whereas something like the 50 f1 is great for portraits. So just remember, your telephotos are mainly going to be for your portraits. They're not great for environmental photos. In the comparison of these photos as well, you can see the huge difference between the bokeh we're getting out of the 50 f1 comparative to the 23 f1.4. So again, if you want a more lifestyle street feel, your wider lenses are probably going to be better for that. Now, one thing to remember about telephoto lenses is they're great for hiding the background. In this shot here, you can see that there is so much happening in the background, especially that big red sign that I could not get rid of. But the bokeh is kind of clearing it out, so you're not really noticing it as much. But if you compare it to the other focal lengths, the sign gets clearer and it gets kind of annoying in the shot. So use your telephotos to get rid of the background. The focal length you choose also makes a huge difference on the face. If you're taking portrait shots, make sure you're paying attention to which lens you're using, because up close with a wide lens definitely changes the way the face looks. Check out the differences in all the lenses here and the differences of her face. It makes a huge difference, and this is why people are usually shooting with telephoto lenses when it comes to portraits. Let's take a quick break to talk about this video's sponsor, KH Camera. If you're like me and you like upgrading your gear often, KH Camera is the best place to do it. You can save money by buying great used gear, which they meticulously look over and make sure that everything is in great working condition. Also, KH's reputation is absolutely amazing. They've been around for a long time and they're gonna take care of all the gear that comes through them. And again, like I was talking about, if you're looking to get something brand new, the best way to do that is to sell off the gear you have now. Selling with KH Camera is extremely easy. Sign up to talk to one of their specialists. They'll take a look at your gear, you send it to them, and then they'll pay you. I did that recently myself when I sold my 56, and it was a great process. Make sure to check out the link in the description below for 5% off of buying or selling, and make sure to build your kit the right way. Let's go ahead and get back into these photos. Now, when it comes to my favorite focal length to use in a session, it really depends on the type of session and where I'm shooting as well. Generally, what you'll see in my style is I lean toward the wider angles, and then I use something like the 50 f1 for all of my portraits. In this shoot, if I was shooting it for myself and not comparing the lenses, I probably would have leaned more on the 23 and also the 33, just because I have all of this outdoor urban area, brick and city feel, and I wanted to bring that into the shots as well. So my personal favorite shots from this session are always the wider shots. You can see here in this comparison, there's just so much more context and everything just makes more sense. At the end of the day, the biggest thing to keep in mind is that the focal length you're choosing is a part of your creative eye and vision. It's not just a lens you're using or you use a single lens for every shot, but you need to get used to seeing through your camera's lenses and choosing the focal length that you know will work for the shot that you see in your head. Stop relying on the camera alone and getting used to seeing different focal lengths. Something I actually do to practice is when I'm looking at other photographers' work, I try to guess what focal length it is. That way I can start seeing and feeling which focal length is being used. Also, another great way to do this is by shooting with only prime lenses and not zoom lenses. Keep practicing with this, and before you know it, you'll be able to exactly tell which focal length you want to use and when you want to use it in any shot, in any situation, and it will overall make you a much better photographer.
So what's your favorite focal length? Let me know in the comments below. Also too, share with me what you feel about different focal lengths, when you should use them, what type of shoots you should use them for, and how often you use them in your different styles of shoots. Thank you again for hanging out on the channel, and I hope you love all this coverage of the X-H2S. If you have any questions about it, let me know about that as well in the comments below, and I'll catch you all next time.